we are concerned. You have anything? Don't have water, food. It's getting darker. At some point I was thinking, let's call 911.
I couldn't remember a moment when I saw you so desperate in my life.
I was not feeling well. If I have a heat stroke and I collapse here, what can Amalia do? But I didn't realize that maybe this footage could be our last. Yeah, let's hope for the best.
Every year, many tourists in Greece disappear. Some of them never make it back home. In this video, we're going to share our personal story about how we almost found ourselves in that terrifying situation. But first, let's give you a little bit of context to understand the footage you're about to see. So we were at Marmara Beach. We just finished the hike through Aradena Gorge. We have a video about this.
The hike through Aradena Gorge was 4 hours in the full sun. It was a difficult hike. Then we were swimming and walking around Marmara Beach for another 2 hours, and it was time to get back to our car.
Our car was parked in Aradena village.
To go back from Marmara Beach to Aradena village, we had 3 options. One was taxi boat and taxi car, the other was going back through the gorge, and the other was a path that went parallel with the gorge.
It was a 20-minute hike plus another 2-3 hours walk, depending on how long it would have taken us. We decided that the best option would be the third option. Because in our minds, we could just do the hike, which was about 20 minutes, and then
we're gonna find somebody with a car that will take us to the village. This is our way back to Aradena. Would be hard to do the gorge back.
And it rained. I imagine it would be too slippery for us to go back the same way.
Let us just focus so we don't get lost for the 5th time.
Don't worry. We're not gonna die. What do you think it will happen if we get lost?
Look at this trail.
Beautiful, isn't it?
So this trail by foot should take us 2 hours to Aradena village.
Look at this view. The water over here, crystal clear, turquoise. The light doesn't help much, but it's amazing. This trail is so worth it. Right, Raul? Raul being extremely enthusiastic about our trip.
Yes! This is the best trail ever!
Raul,
yes.
Do you remember when we said we want to move here because we want more adventure in our lives?
Yeah. Lutro.
We are on the right way.
Marmara.
We're going to that village, look. Livaniana.
Yeah, you're right. The first part of the hike was a really scenic one, and we were in a pretty good mood for somebody who had just done 6 hours of effort.
Yeah, hiking, walking, everything. Yeah, we were just admiring the view. We were in a good place at that point. Look where we are.
It's very raw. Everything is very raw.
But look at this. It's so worth it. Right?
Yeah. For us coming after 30 years in a city, this is a very different experience.
There's the cave, look. We have a long way to go. Look at this beautiful landscape.
Yay! Amazing landscape!
So beautiful, guys. So beautiful.
So that means there's a road there.
If there's a car, there's a road. If there's a road, there's a way home. After 20 minutes of hiking, we got to the road, and at this point we were hoping that somebody would pass with the car and we would hitchhike.
Yeah, to take us back to the village.
Sounds easy, right?
Here we realized that we made some mistakes that normally tourists do.
We will talk about these mistakes in this video. Hopefully somebody in our situation will make some better decisions, and hopefully this video will help.
The first mistake was not to have enough water with us.
At this point, we've reached the one and only road around, so we have about 2 hours more to go on the road. Yeah, at least it's easier than the hike back.
Drink some water with this beautiful landscape.
Look at that. What do you think is there?
Finicas, something like that. It's a small, very small village. In the next adventure video, we're planning to make this village and Lutro, which is an amazing village.
Amazing remote villages with beautiful, stunning beaches, crystal clear waters. And people think you can only get there by boat, so we will see. Once we got to the road, no cars were passing at all. And in front of us, we could see that the road becomes a winding road. We were thinking, since we have to walk this road, why not just take a shortcut to avoid all the serpentines?
We found this shortcut on Google Maps that at first looked easy to hike, and it would end at the point that we wanted to reach.
This path was going parallel to the serpentines.
And was like a straight.
It looked like a straight line that would just avoid all the winding roads and then ending up to the main road.
Our second mistake was not to do any research about the hike that we were about to take. We've reached a village.
No car passed.
Yeah.
We thought we were gonna try our luck with the hitchhike, but
We're walking on the middle of the road. Only one car has passed and
they were going downwards.
going the other way.
Anyway, we are enjoying this experience, so
Yeah.
it's really beautiful. It's not raining anymore. This is what we believe to be a shortcut.
I don't know.
We will see if it's a shortcut or a long cut.
It's getting dark. We have 1 more hour or something like that. We need to find somebody with a car. Oh, it doesn't look good.
But we are on the right path.
Then let's go.
Our shortcut turned to be more like a hike, a difficult one, I would say. It was very steep. The markings on the trail were not so many and it was very hard to see them. The trail in itself was not a straight line as we saw on Google Maps. It was winding, it was very steep, there were very sharp rocks, and we were getting towards the top of the mountain.
It was very difficult to hike. We were hiking in full sun, sweating a lot, so it was very difficult for us.
Another mistake we made here was we didn't let anyone know where we are and what we're doing. None of our family, friends, neighbors knew about us going to hike this gorge that day because we never expected it to be dangerous at all at any point.
If we were to disappear, there was nobody to give any information about us.
So make sure if you go hiking or if you know somebody that goes hiking, it's really important to let somebody know where you are.
So
How did we end up here?
we missed the road somehow. There's a road down there and we were gonna go on that one and take a car, or at least hope for a car. But we looked at Google Maps and after half an hour we ended up here. Where are we, Amalia?
On the top of the mountain!
So this is worrying. We have 45 minutes of sun and a lot more to go. So let's hope for the best!
As we were hiking, we realized that we were getting towards the top of the mountain. What we saw on Google Maps, it was so different to the reality. What we were experiencing now on the mountain, hiking, ascending and ascending, it was completely different than what we expected in the first place. And we just realized that we have to cross the mountain to get to that road that we were going towards.
Yeah, it was the first time I realized that this is more serious than we ever thought it will be. And I was sweating a lot. I was hyperventilating. I was all red. And I thought, let's focus a bit because otherwise things can go bad. Another mistake was that we don't have the proper experience to do this kind of hike.
I think so many people go because they say, oh, it's a hike, it's gonna be easy. I did some hikes before. You never know what the difficulty will be, especially if it's a new place, it's a new country. So don't underestimate the difficulty of the hike. I simply can't believe it.
What, Amalia?
How did it happen?
Yeah.
Look, how did that appear? I mean, we were complaining about the gorge, that it's very difficult, so we're not gonna get that road that way back. And look at us, climbing the mountain.
Yeah. So we decided to not to go under the mountain, go over the mountain.
It's not that we decided. We're going with Google Maps. Google Maps decided for us. Because we have absolutely no clue where the hell we are. But look, we are on top of the mountain now.
No.
And we're going even more upwards.
Yeah. What can I do? Don't do this.
You pray. It's the only thing left.
And I'm praying now.
Did I tell you this is our second hike ever? And look at us. I can't believe it. I just don't understand how this happened.
Simply, there was a day when Amalia told me, let's go in an adventure. So this is how it happened. The thing is, you don't have water left.
It's gonna get dark, we're gonna break our heads, our ankles, everything. Oh my god.
Here was the first time when I started to feel a bit unwell. I was tired, I was hot because of the sun. There was no shade. I was all sweaty, without water. I started to feel bad and realized that this situation is more serious, so we shouldn't joke about it. We should pay more attention to the road and focus more to what we needed to do.
Another common mistake here that a lot of tourists make: when you're in holiday, you don't take things seriously. Everything feels like an adventure. Everything seems to be more exciting, and you're in holiday. Nothing bad can happen with you in holiday. I think you have this mindset, complete relaxation mode.
Everything is an adventure.
Yeah, everything is fun. Everything is an experience. So nothing bad can happen at all. And you just don't take any serious or dangerous situation into consideration.
I know it's no joke.
No joke, we're really climbing the mountain, we're getting on the top.
Yeah, but look how beautiful it is.
I'm scared at this point.
I was scared a long time ago.
It just hit me. As I'm still climbing, ascending. I don't want to ascend anymore. I just want to descend.
Yeah, this is becoming something dangerous. We need to pay more attention and focus more. Amalia. We need to find shadow soon.
I can't imagine we were looking for like a 2-hour way back and we somehow managed to do this another 5 hours.
It's not the 5 hours. We have 1 more hour to go.
Yes, and we started with 1.5, like 2 hours ago.
So this is the way to the mountain. Look. I have much more respect for the people who are doing hikes. Much more respect. After we passed the peak of the mountain, we thought that the worst part has passed. We relaxed a bit because we saw a road further away and we thought, yeah, the hike is done. We're almost there.
This must be it.
With this in mind, we lost focus, and with that, we lost the trail as well. And this was another mistake, just not to be focused on what you have to do, focus on your trail, on markings, and you can easily get lost because of this. This is what happened to us, and this was our biggest mistake, because without the trail, there is no path toward the safety.
Yeah, unfortunately we got lost because of this. We were too excited, we thought this is the way, we didn't check our phone for the GPS, we were not looking at the markings anymore because we thought it's just straight away and it's just straight ahead, and I don't know what happened, to be honest. There weren't many markings on the path anyway. Another mistake is we were not properly equipped. After Aradena Gorge, the trail was so difficult, Raul couldn't put his shoes on anymore.
Yeah, my toenail was becoming black, was falling. This was not a funny kind of we got lost situation, no. It was like more like a very concerning type of situation. We got lost and everything around is just spikes and big boulders in a steep way on the top of the mountain.
The rocks were so sharp. We
Gorges.
had to be very careful.
Yeah, gorge around us. I was walking in water shoes with a very thin sole. Because of my toenail was falling off, I couldn't put any shoes. These were the only shoes I could wear.
Yeah, so before you do any hike,
take the proper equipment, the proper shoes, proper hat, and everything that you will need for this kind of hike. We lost the trail, which is bad. I have a spike in my leg, which is bad as well. And these are the shoes I'm working with. We know we should reach the road, but because we lost the trail,
I don't even know if there is a trail. Look, let's go this way, it seems a bit more doable. It's just very difficult to see the path because there are no signs. Usually we are looking to any kind of paint, red, blue, green, but there is none on the way here. So this means we're either on the wrong path or
There is no path. Here is the first time when we started to panic. I was not feeling well and I was thinking if I have a heat stroke and I collapse here, what can Amalia do? She can't carry me, she can't call for any help. There's nowhere for her to go because we were lost. And to go back, I don't know if she could find the path or if you just sleep and sprinkle your ankle.
Yeah, if one of us would have get hurt, it would have been such a complicated situation.
So in my mind, this was constantly going, thinking about this.
Yeah, it was very tricky. We were definitely panicking a lot at that point. We just realized this is not the right way we're going because in front of us there was a very steep gorge. So the road we were seeing, it was unreachable. We were going to the wrong direction.
It was hard, only to go 10 meters took us a lot of effort. I was hungry, I was thirsty. The sun was going down, it was getting darker. It was a recipe for a disaster waiting to happen.
We just, at this point, we started to realize, all the mistakes we've made. Not to mention that we had like 20% battery left on our phone.
Yeah, look, to be honest with you, at some point I was thinking, let's call 911. Tell them, please, this is our situation. It is what it is.
Yeah, we're lost. We don't know what to do.
But because there was no signal, we weren't at that point, but we were slowly going towards.
Yeah, in my mind, at first, I thought, okay, we're not gonna die, nothing really, really bad would happen. We just need to focus and find a way. I remember in the middle of the whole panic thing, I was thinking to find a shelter to sleep. This was my thought. I was like, I can't do this anymore. We just need to find a shelter for the night and we will think about a plan tomorrow. This was my worst case scenario, like having to sleep on the top of the mountain. We were arguing, I was so upset. I was telling Raul, stop filming, for God's sake.
I was trying just to film bits of it, not all the stuff, just bits of it to see, maybe to remember things. But I didn't realize that maybe this footage could be our last. We got lost there. Amalia is not very happy about it. I'm gonna film really quick here. At this point, we are concerned. We have anything? Don't have water, food. It's getting darker. Still somewhere in the mountains. Yeah, let's hope for the best. But I didn't realize that maybe this footage could be our last.
So we started to discuss some solutions, to see what we're gonna do, which way we're gonna go. After 1 hour, we started to find these markings and we got back on the trail. It was just at the edge of the big and steep gorge. We were just at the edge of it. We could see the road in front of us. As we were walking and we were so close to it, I could hear the sound of a car. And in my mind, I was thinking, this is our last chance, run. So I was screaming, Raul, please go stop the car. He was climbing on the rocks because we were like, just imagine, the road was here. We were coming from here, from somewhere, underneath. Raul climbed on the road. He just stopped the car.
I was just with a desperate face. I was desperate with both hands up.
I was looking at him and I couldn't remember a moment when I saw you so desperate in my life. Like, I don't think it was any moment like that, similar to that. He was sweaty, red. You could see the despair in your eyes. Now just imagine those people that were in holiday in their rented car, just driving a scenic drive, enjoying the views. And suddenly someone is just jumping in front of your car, trying to stop you, and you can see that desperate look on their face. What are you even thinking?
Just climbed out of the gorge on the road and please stop.
We went to this beach through the gorge. There was a hike. The hike, which was quite difficult, so we said we need to find an easier way back because it's too hard to go back that way.
Yeah.
And we knew, we read online before that there is this road that you can go by car and it's about the same time to do on walk, but it's easier because it's on the road.
Okay.
But we went with Google Maps and at some point
We got lost.
it just took us through the mountains.
Because
And
it's
we-
not that easy as it looks.
No, but
We ended up on the mountains.
so you just
Yeah, the mountain. Exactly. And we lost the track at some point. We couldn't see because when you go on a trail, there are these marks on the way. You know, you see the paint, the blue, red. We lost it. We lost it.
Sauf que du coup,
That was crazy.
ils ont fait un chemin qui était indiqué, sauf qu'à un moment donné, est-ce que c'est pareil au niveau.
So luckily we were rescued and we we are back to the car safe
So
and
I can't believe what happened today.
in
I
one
can't
piece.
believe it.
No, if you would have told me from the morning this will happen today, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
We were in danger at some point.
Yes,
Truly, we were. There was a car coming and we stopped it. I was like, Raul, please stop the car, because there are not too many cars passing by on that road. And luckily they were really nice. They were tourists here from France and they took us and they got us to our car. We are so grateful and I don't know, next time we have to think twice. We've learned a lot from this experience and we really hope that this video will be helpful for someone. Stay safe.